She was already 8 months pregnant when her daughter got COVID-19 after sports camp. Sierra got sick. Within days, she was rushed to the hospital. Then, just 2 days later, their world turned upside down. It's before dawn, and Jamal Chubb is already up for another busy day without the love of his life.
Hey, buddy, good morning. Hey, come right here. Come right here.
Nothing could prepare this Navy veteran for his newest mission. That's 2-year-old Langston, 7-year-old Eden,
If he gets fussy, I'll come help you hold him.
and newborn baby Miles, who's unaware he's been born into a year of disrupted dreams.
I've always been a dad that's been very involved.
You're welcome.
But suddenly he found himself on his own as his wife Sierra fights for her life on a ventilator after getting COVID-19 while pregnant and unvaccinated.
Sarah died twice. You can't get more sick than that.
Can you wash your hands?
There's this military part of me still that's like, this is the mission, complete the mission. It is what it is.
No complaining, soldier.
Yeah. But the other part of that is dealing with their emotions as I'm dealing with my emotions. Langston, every time I would leave the house, saying to me, "You're never coming back."
I'm still not used to her not being in the house right now. I'll call her and say, "Sierra, can you come help?" And then realize she's not coming to help.
Jamal asks for prayers from his 5,000 followers on TikTok.
My wife has been in the hospital with COVID, fighting for her life. Yesterday, I had to have a conversation about how long to keep her on a ventilator.
Within days, those prayers go viral, getting 1.6 million views.
Guys, I don't want anybody to experience what we are experiencing.
Jamal is now using his voice to warn other pregnant women. Even with the threat of the highly contagious Omicron variant, 6 out of 10 expectant moms are still unvaccinated.
It's very real. If you're able-bodied and able to get vaccinated, get vaccinated.
This is 33-year-old Sierra Chubb before contracting COVID.
For me,
Full of life, radiating joy.
Get it, girl. Cover up the Y. What's that word?
Even when helping her daughter Eden with remote learning.
Woo, we got it. Every day I gotta do this.
Sierra found out she was pregnant in December of 2020, just as vaccines began to roll out. But she hesitated to get the shot because she was scared it might harm her baby.
Sierra's pregnant at this point.
Yes,
And
correct.
so, to vaccine, not vaccine, what was the thinking?
She was going to get vaccinated after she gave birth. It wasn't like I'm not doing this. No, we're not anti-vax people.
Data shows that pregnant women are far more likely to die from COVID-19, but are far less likely to get vaccinated. The numbers are lowest among Black women. The CDC sounding the alarm, issuing an urgent advisory this fall.
We now have data that demonstrates that vaccines in whatever time in pregnancy or lactating that they're given are actually safe and effective and have no adverse events.
But the guidance came too late for Sierra. She was already 8 months pregnant when her daughter got COVID-19 after sports camp. Sierra got sick. Within days, she was rushed to the hospital. Then, just 2 days later, their world turned upside down.
She was 38 weeks pregnant, and we had to deliver early because the baby was in distress.
On July 26th, Miles Alexander Chubb was born. Jamal bringing home a healthy 5-pound, 7-ounce newborn boy without his mother. Sierra's condition tanked.
I get a call from the doctor, and he says, "Hey, Jamal, we may have to put your wife on a vent." We asked her, "What would you want to do if you find yourself in a vegetative state, or we think you won't make it?" And her response was, "I don't know. Ask my husband."
Sierra's heart stopped not once, but twice.
She was brought back to life.
Dr. Helmut Albrecht was treating an alarming number of pregnant women in the ICU. Sierra was one of them.
She was on something called ECMO for 4 weeks, which is essentially if you cannot get air into a lung of the patient, you give it via a catheter directly into the bloodstream, the oxygen, almost like a dialysis. So you can't get much sicker than that.
Pregnant women face a higher risk of severe symptoms and hospitalization. More than 25,000 pregnant women have been hospitalized during the pandemic.
French study showed that they're over 40 times as likely to die. So it's not trivial, the amount of disease process that we see in pregnant women.
What is it about pregnant women that leaves them vulnerable to COVID?
So pregnancy is actually an immune deficiency. Influenza is significantly more problematic in a pregnant woman than a non-pregnant woman. And COVID is too.
The prognosis for Sierra, grim.
Even through the time where they said, hey, we're recommending you put her on hospice because even if her lungs get better, this brain injury is the thing that has done it, and this is over.
But Jamal refused to accept that, driving every day for 3 hours to be there for his wife.
I didn't want to see her in that condition, but I know Sierra doesn't want to be alone.
Jamal was holding down the fort back at home and praying for a miracle.
This is Sierra's 16th day in the hospital, and she's really fighting hard, man.
Update on Sierra today. Because of some complications, they have her 100% on ECMO and 100% on the vent, though.
Sierra's still stable in the hospital, and we're still believing God for her to pull through.
After 25 days in the hospital, his prayers answered.
One night, a nurse calls me, and she says, hey, Jamal, I'm giving you a call because Sierra's awake. We put her on speaker, and Eden and I are talking to her, and we're like sobbing. We're sobbing.
She came back to you.
Yes. And that was when I knew that the things that we had been praying for were happening.
Use that muscle. Use those muscles. There you go. Use your tummy. Come on.
But Sierra is far from out of the woods.
Smile, Sierra. Can I see a smile?
Today was a good day, but an exhausting day. I got to speak with Sierra face to face today, and she can't talk. She's got a trach in, and she's still on ECMO and on the ventilator.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey, you.
Mommy.
Their only connection, an iPhone screen, but her kids managed to lift her spirits.
Any day that she can text or FaceTime me,
So proud of you.
I'm very hopeful. I'm always reminded that there was a time where doctors weren't hopeful, saying that she wasn't going to make it.
I love you, Mama. I love you, Mama.
It's now day 83, and Langston is finally getting to see his mother in person.
Mom.
With a trach and ventilator attached, Sierra is only able to mouth words.
Which one is it?
But within a week, on Langston's next visit, he can hear his mother's voice.
Hey, y'all, look who's talking now.
I have a speaking valve, so you can hear my voice.
The smallest tasks we all take for granted are major victories.
How was the visit?
It's very good.
Yeah?
So she's allowed to eat solid foods for the first time in months.
Is that why you're smiling?
Yeah.
So this was a big day.
Huge day. Also, she is, they're running trials for her to come off the ventilator.
She may be coming off of this today or tomorrow. Whoop-de-whoop.
And with the help of her physical therapist, she's able to take her first steps. Kayla Wilson is one of Sierra's nurses. The occupational therapist was next to her every step of the way.
She's doing better. She's walking. She's getting stronger. So much amazing things are happening with her.
What for you was the biggest first to see her breakthrough?
I think just seeing her be able to engage in conversation with us and feel like she's able to really participate in her own care to hopefully get her walking out of here.
Jamal lives an hour from here, and yet he's here every day.
Yes.
Just about. What does that say to you?
Oh, he's completely committed and loyal to her. He's going to fight with her every step of the way.
Oh, man, look at you go, Sierra. You're crushing this. I can't believe this.
After 95 days in the hospital, Sierra is one step closer to going home. She's graduating to rehab at Encompass Health of Columbia.
I feel like your pattern looks better today.
Good.
How was that?
I feel like that was easier than the last time.
Her physical therapist now prepping her to get back to her family as soon as possible.
We talked a lot about pacing out activities, so ensuring that she's not overworking her system too much.
There we go.
Watching that oxygen percentage, but another part of that is making sure that she's monitoring overall how she feels.
When we come back, the homecoming they've all been praying for.
Hi, Bubba.
And the harrowing road to recovery.